Hello, it's the post-match show, the Pink, as it used to be called, after the pre-season friendly where Liverpool have won. They beat Mainz 1-0 in sunny Austria to talk about all of that and the things that have come from it. I've got Neil Atkinson, I've got Andy Bell, and I've got Phil Blundell, and I'll start with you, Phil. Nice to get a win. You know, they say results don't matter, but you know, you don't want to be getting battered. Arsenal getting beat by Hibernian has caused a bit of a ruckus and stuff like that. So you want to be doing well. It's a clean sheet, it's a win, and some nice performances in there too.
Yeah, I mean, you watch a pre-season friendly and you sort of convince yourself that they don't really matter. And then you get beat 3-0 by Napoli like we did the other year, and all of a sudden it's meltdown. So it is always good to get the win, get a clean sheet as well. That's also important. It was two different defensive units for both halves, but they've still given a good account themselves as a keeper. Adrian made a good save second half. I don't think Keller had a great deal to do first half, which makes sense because Liverpool were probably better in the first half, and the team was stronger, and he was basically playing behind probably the defence that I think will start at Norwich on the first day. So yeah, it was encouraging. There was some good football. The first half I thought they were pretty good, to be perfectly honest, and it was almost a bit the wrong way around that it was the second half team that's got the team to win, when the first half team was probably not only stronger but I would say performed a lot better.
You encouraged, Andy?
Massively. I think that first half team is something fairly similar to what we're going to see on the first day. Phil mentions the back four, but also you've got Mane and Salah who are going to play. Is Firmino, they're going to have a look at him. Obviously, the minutes he played last season, whether he's going to come back in. He's been in the Copa America as well, so there's a possibility that he, if not the first day, certainly maybe one or two of the first five. There could be another number 9 there, possibly. Who knows? So yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Elliott's new position. Well, new position. We obviously saw him there on Tuesday night, whenever it was. So yeah, I think encouraged certainly by the young players to come through. I thought Beck had another good game. He's a great striker of the ball, I think, and Konate especially. I think he looks very calm. Everyone kind of goes on about it's a quote attributed to Maldini. I don't know if he actually said it about the kind of, if you have to make a tackle, I've made a mistake, but Konate always seems to be that step ahead. He's positioned well, and he's very, very, very strong. He seems to, I don't know, like if you play five-a-side and you come up against a team, you just like to throw their weight around, and they don't necessarily need to put you on the ground, but they just do it for the sake of it, to show their size of their muscles. I feel like Konate likes to do that a little bit, but yeah, I'm into it. About 35 minutes through the first half, I realised Matip was playing. I didn't realise it at all, which shows you how good Konate was and how good he was covering for him. And you saw his recovery pace, you saw his quality in the ball. Really impressed with him, and more than happy if he starts the season.
Yeah, the two centre-halves both did well. I slightly disagree with Andy there. I noticed John Matip because I noticed the quality of his passing. You probably did notice Konate more for his defending.
Yeah.
The two of them look ready and ready to go, and I think that takes the bit of the pressure off Gomez and Van Dijk, which is what you want really.
And it's what the manager wants.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing. He wants that pressure off them. He wants to be able to take his time through this little bit of process. I think he wants to feel as though he's got the liberty to reintroduce them at the pace that suits him. And I think that you get to see that through this game in terms of what you get to see from Konate and Matip. It's interesting that he goes Konate left and Matip right. I'm with it 100%. And the reason why I'm with it 100% is because we know about Joel's passing into midfield and beyond. Joel drills a ball 40 yards forward to feet brilliantly. Yeah. And it's an underrated skill, and it's an important thing. I find with the three players we know in terms of their ability to pass the ball, Matip, Gomez and Van Dijk, is really important to Liverpool. And one of the things they actually miss from centre-half last season, when the injuries begin to kick in, is all three of them. I would argue that whilst I think that Fabinho is obviously a much more natural defensive midfielder, I think all three of them pass the ball from centre-half better. We talk about playing centre-half or moving back from midfield, and all we concentrate on is the defensive aspects, whereas I think Fabinho passes the ball beautifully from certain areas of the pitch, but he's not used to doing it from that deep when everyone's in front of you. You got to see it from Matip a couple of times. He drills a couple right into feet, and I think that it makes sense therefore to put Matip on the right. Konate on the left, I think it's building blocks with him and finding out what it is that he is good at with possession, but you could see he's happy to break forward with the ball. So I think that's important as well. And I think the two of them, I'll be surprised if they don't start against Norwich. I would then be mildly surprised if they do both start against Chelsea. What happens with the Burnley game in the middle is a bit up in the air, but I think that they will both start against Norwich.
All right, the Reds, thanks very much for getting stuck into that little snippet there of Anfield Wrap content. If you want the rest of that show and much more besides, click the link below, subscribe to the Anfield Wrap Premium, and for that you will get reviews, previews, exclusive interviews, post-match content, the full it. Get involved, follow us, follow them from the heart of Liverpool. Up the Reds.